Hello folks, Jolts here, and today we'll be looking at Transformers Authentics Arcee. This Arcee is a Cybertronian sports car, mostly pink in color with some gray breaking up in the middle. On the front we can see the bumper is painted white, as well as some light blue for the windshield, and some more gray for the block on top of the hood. The gray panels on the sides are on a double hinge for the transformation, and are fiddly to get lined up right. The back is unpainted and fairly plain, the gray spoiler being the only thing to break up the pink. Overall, the vehicle mode has a very sleek look to it. I do like the wheels are tucked into the wheel wells, and the figure does roll nicely. The top and sides show no evidence of a robot mode, but the bottom of the car hides nothing. This Arcee is a little more than a shelf former, but I can't really fault it for that at this size and price. Now for the transformation, we start by separating the hood. The legs are on sliding pins that you have to pull out of the thigh. The pin itself is way too tight, and I worry about breaking something every time I transform the figure. Next we pull out the rear fenders, exposing the robot arms, folding the gray panels up to get them out of the way. Take the back of the car mode and accordion it back and down to cover the windshield and seats. Then rotate the fender down and fold out the forearm from inside. Then just sort out the kibble and stand the figure up. Arcee in robot mode looks okay. Still primarily pink, but with more white to break it up. The head sculpt is decent and well painted, with a very pale pink for the face and blue for the eyes. And while this figure does have some back kibble, it's fairly clean and does not hinder mobility. Along the back we can see the legs are completely hollow with no heels to speak of. The spoiler from the vehicle mode is actually the storage for her gun. It is a pain getting the gun in place as well as removing it, as they went for more of a custom fit rather than a standard peg. Overall, it's not a bad looking figure. I do like that most of the car bulk is actually being used, instead of becoming a giant backpack like most Arcee figures. And as for the posability, the head rotates 360, ball joint in the shoulder rotates 360, elbow bends at 90, 360 at the bicep, a slight outward swing at the shoulder. The shoulder can hinge lower, but that's just for the transformation. Ball joint in the hip swings out freely. Can't swing back much, but easily swings forward. Rotation at the thigh, and nothing at the knee. The ball joint is just for the transformation. It does not work in robot mode. As for accessories, Arcee comes with a single handgun, which fits nicely in either hand. No issues here. Now I did check for another way to position the lower leg, to see if we can get a knee to work or maybe even a heel. This is the best I got, and yet it still can't stand very well. But we do get a slight knee bend. And that is Transformers Authentics Arcee. Overall, I am not fond of this figure. It is a $5 figure that you can find in stores like Dollar General or Five Below, so I wasn't expecting anything groundbreaking. Arcee does have some interesting engineering, but the effort was misguided. She can't even really stand up on her own. Granted, the Lego studs do not make the task any easier. If they focused on using the car's bulk to fill in her legs, this figure might be easier to handle. But hey, the main reason I got this figure was to remove the head. Thank you folks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and click the bell if you'd like to see more. I do have a Patreon if you wish to help support this channel, and I'll see you folks next time.